The undeciphered Phaistos disk is one of the greatest archaeological puzzles. Almost everything about this ancient artifact is controversial, from its purpose and significance to the region where it was made. The mysterious clay tablet was discovered on the Greek island of Crete, among the ruins of the Minoan palace of Phaistos. But who made it, and what was its purpose? The sophisticated Bronze Age Minoan civilization reached its peak around 1700 BC, and its decline began 3 centuries later, when many of its palaces were destroyed. The Phaistos disk was discovered in 1903 by Italian archaeologists excavating the ruins of the Minoan palace of Phaistos. Archaeologists found a strange object in a basement room in the palace's northeastern apartments, along with a clay tablet engraved with Minoan linear A script and fragments of palace vessels. The palace collapsed during an earthquake, which some scholars have linked to the massive volcanic eruption on the island of Thera in 1628 BC. The exact age of the Phaistos disk is controversial. The archaeological context of the discovery suggests that the artifact is no later than 1700 BC, although modern opinion is that it may have been created around 1650 BC. The enigmatic disk is made of baked clay, measuring 15.7 centimeters in diameter and 2 centimeters thick. Both sides of the disk are covered with hieroglyphic inscriptions arranged in a spiral. The inscription was made by stamping wooden or ivory dies into the soft clay, and then the disk was fired at high temperatures to harden it. It has been observed that, sometimes, one symbol slightly overlaps the one to its right, which demonstrates that the printing was done to the left, resulting in a spiral, centripetal text. The Phaistos disk represents the world's first form of printing. There are 242 individual impressions on the disk, divided by vertical lines into 61 groups. There are 45 different signs, including images of running people, heads with feather crowns, women, children, animals, birds, insects, tools, weapons, and plants. One or two of these symbols vaguely resemble Cretan hieroglyphs used in the early to mid-2nd millennium BC. What is so puzzling about this artifact is why the Minoans used a primitive pictographic language alongside the much more advanced linear A script. The primitive nature of the inscriptions on the disk may indicate a date much earlier than currently accepted. However, this is not necessarily the case, as archaic forms of writing often survive until later periods, usually in the form of sacred or religious texts, as was the case in ancient Egypt. Furthermore, the text of the Phaistos disk is unique. No other examples of printed writing have been discovered. This uniqueness, and the fact that the text is quite short, make it extremely difficult to translate even a small portion of it. The fact that a set of dies was used suggests that there was a large-scale production of objects imprinted with this type of writing, although, so far, archaeological investigations have not revealed any others.